What happened in 1876 is that there was a contested presidential election. I believe on the Democratic side, which at that time, they were the conservatives, they were the Southerners. I believe that it was Calhoun was the senator that was this Democratic nominee. And I know for sure that it was Rutherford B. Hayes who was the Republican. So the black people were queued up and did in fact vote for Rutherford B. Hayes, but there was not a clear winner. So based upon our constitutional system structure, when there's no clear winner of the Electoral College, it goes to the Congress to decide. Now, let me give you a little bit of background further that what was going on. So after the Southerners lost the Civil War, they were sitting around planning and plotting and stewing, which we're going to get to in just another moment, about how they could come back for round two. Again, while we were celebrating and while we were overcoming and thanking the Lord, and we should have done all of those things. But the reading that I started out with Nehemiah, with one hand he was building something, and the other hand he had his weapon ready for the enemy to reoccur, to try to reassert himself. What happened in that contested presidential election is that the Southerners went to the Republicans and said, listen, we'll let Rutherford B. Hayes become the president. Here's the deal. These Union generals that you put in all the southern states to essentially govern us and to make sure that we treat black people with dignity and respect and inclusion and equality, those generals and the Union Army soldiers that you've planted in every southern state, take them out. And let us deal with black people the way that we see fit. Now, meanwhile, black people are celebrating. We're thinking, well, we're moving forward, man. Look, we're freed, and we got the Republicans on our side, and you know, they'll fight with us. They're in the trenches with us. But what happened was our friends, the Republicans, said to the Democrats, we'll take that deal. And in fact, what they did is they removed the Union generals from the South. And the rest, you know what happened. The rest was that we had lynchings. We had a proliferation of black people being lynched and brutalized and imprisoned for every trivial thing, which included not being employed by a white person. That was a crime in certain states like Mississippi and Louisiana. You could be considered to be a vagrant if you were not gainfully employed by a white person. All of that happened after we were freed. All of that happened because we put our trust in a political party and in a political system, and we took our eyes off of the one true secure and the one true protector and the one true provider of our liberty, which is God himself. So point number 2, how do we lose momentum in our political struggle? By putting our trust in the wrong thing, the wrong person, the wrong apparatus, the wrong structure. So let's bring it to today's conversation. Am I saying you shouldn't be a Democrat or you shouldn't be a Republican? I'm not saying that you should be one or the other, but what I am saying is that there is no salvation for you or me, for no people, and certainly no black people in a political party system. Because what the parties exist to do is to gain power. Parties are not motivated, they're not driven, they're not guided by principle. So we can't put our trust in them. We have to trust in God, and we have to trust in ourselves.